Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Fit4Lyfe Lifestyle Podcast. I am Anthony Changes, and not only am I joined by the baddest of the bad, the raddest of the rad, the routine demon slayer, Sandy Tachi herself, but we've also got the two-time, back-to-back, Transformation Challenge Ladies Champion in the building today, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for Kristi Gernaga. What up, girl?
Welcome, Kristi.
How we doing?
Doing great.
All right, doing all right?
Doing all right, yeah.
All right, well, welcome. We're glad we were able to get you onto the episode. Do have a couple questions for you.
Yeah.
So why don't you give us a little taste as to what your background is, like your current job and all of that stuff. Not like a dating profile, but like...
Why not?
I mean,
maybe we want... You never know who's watching this podcast, okay?
Cough up whatever information you want to cough up.
So I am a nurse practitioner, family nurse practitioner. Been doing that. I've been a nurse for, 20 years now? Yeah, 20 years, and a nurse practitioner for, 14 of those, losing track of time. So work here locally in Pembroke Pines in a specialist office, so...
And as a nurse practitioner, you can like write scripts and whatnot, right? That's it's pretty much like a doctor.
What are you trying to get to?
No, not you. Like, no, that's not the life I live.
I'm their right-hand woman. I keep them in check, keep all my docs in check. But yeah, I can treat patients, diagnose, prescribe, interpret results. So just a little short version of what I do.
That's awesome.
Right on. Good.
Yeah.
So give me a little rundown as to like what your lifestyle was growing up. Like, were you sedentary? Were you active? Were you always an overachiever? Like,
yeah. So I was always the kid who I never sat still. I was always doing something, whether it was outside playing, riding my bike, at the park playing softball with my dad. Growing up in school, I played sports. I was a cheerleader. I played softball. Did volleyball and basketball for 1 year. I wasn't too great at
athlete
that.
right here.
All the way live. Complete student athlete.
Super overachiever, super nerd. I was the kid who asked for extra credit, extra homework on the weekends. Didn't like anything less than an A. So
that's awesome. Were your
me.
parents like that too, or was it just something that you just developed on your own?
They weren't. I guess developed on my own. I mean, I guess they instilled those habits in me. You know, I'm the oldest. Neither of them graduated from college, actually. You know, they had their family business and such, but I guess they instilled those values in me, and I just kind of took it over the top and ran with it, and, kind of still do that today.
Right? So, hey, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yep.
I know Kristi as the challenge taker. Take on the challenges. Challenge.
Head first.
Which is awesome.
Much.
It's definitely inspiring, to see, especially a woman as a woman, to see another woman always wanting to take on like those challenges and really push yourself to do all those things. So
definitely,
kudos to you, because that's a lot. I mean, I even saw one of your most recent Facebook posts where you were going over your college planner, and I was like, that thing is super detailed.
You were digging on that, weren't you?
I was like, I like that.
It was.
I can deal with that.
It was definitely.
Now, if you wouldn't mind, if you don't have to, but you can either talk about the total amount of weight that you've lost, both for the challenge and overall. But I guess it's more in relation to like what your highest weight was.
Okay, so
if you're comfortable, you don't have to.
Yeah, no. As far as numbers wise, to be honest, last year during the challenge, I did not know my starting number or my finishing number by choice, which was kind of a good thing, but then it was a bad thing because I had no baseline, so nothing really to track myself. And I'm the type that will get like really obsessive and like all the time, like focus on that number. So this year I actually did not know going into it what it was. And then at the end I was like, I don't know, I'm undecided, I feel good, but do I want to know that number? And I think it was just look at the fucking number.
Yes.
Just look at the damn number. I was like, fine, whatever, nobody even cares about the number. I'm really the only one that cares. And so I looked at it.
And you're the only one that's seeing it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, me too.
Yeah, exactly. And it really, it was kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it wasn't that hard it didn't affect me, I guess. I was like, okay, this is my number, this is my baseline, and now I have this to work with. So I guess total challenge wise, like when I first saw that number, I was like, oh, great, okay, well, I kind of am back at square one, where I was last year. So I was like, that's what's going to change, and that's what's different about this year. So total challenge, I want to say I lost maybe 14, 15 pounds.
Right on.
I mean, it's in the Renfo, and then another maybe 6 or 7 since the challenge ended.
Solid.
So yeah, so I'm weighing
That's awesome.
myself every 2 weeks, just like the challenge
Yeah.
on Saturday mornings, my own little thing, and like I do it. And I'm like, okay, this is it's just like a tool,
Right.
like what Sandy said, and it's like no big deal. And
Right.
I've stayed on track that way.
So what prompted you to like take control? I mean, I guess you said you were kind of always active growing up, but like what prompted you to say, I'm going to commit to working out however many times a week you work out? Like, what was there anything that prompted that, or was it just like
No, I guess it's something that I've always done.
Gotcha.
I was always active in high school and on sports teams and practices. So at that time there was really no extra time to go to like the gym extra. So then in high school I was like, okay, let's I'll join Ballet Total Fitness. So I joined with who is not my ex-husband, obviously. We're still friends, but that was my first gym, Ballet Total Fitness, Waterways Aventura. And I went, and half the time I didn't really know what I was doing, and then I would like write it in my like planner or notebook, but I would do like the same 3 or 4 same things
It
each
used to be a
time.
trend, right?
right?
So I would do that. So it was Ballet Total Fitness, and then LA Fitness, and I've just always been part of the gym. Like I've never really got out of that routine per se. It had to shift and change a little bit when I was in school, and I didn't go as much as I would like, but I don't remember a time where I wasn't actively involved in working out or being active.
So how were you introduced to Fit4Lyfe? Being like pretty much an OG and all, like
Like an OG, original days.
I want to say, it had to do, I think it was a friend of a friend amongst our racing and running group.
Yeah, it was definitely involved with like the racing community when we were doing that whole thing.
Right, and I think they were just like, hey, we have these friends and they do this gym out of their garage and I think you would really like it. And I'm like, okay, a gym out of the garage.
I don't know about that.
I was like,
Sounds
I think about
sketchy.
that, and me, I'm like a creature of habit. Like I was already like so into like my spin classes at LA Fitness. Like that was my thing. I was like the spin queen. So I was like, okay, maybe I can add this in too. So let me check out this garage gym. And so I went and loved Jason and Sandy and what they were offering there. And yeah, so I would do the OG garage workouts, run to the curb, and our little names on the little card in the box, and that's how they took attendance and payment. And our 10th class was free.
I think we still have that box.
Yeah,
believe it or not.
It's like summer camp. Like,
yeah, so that was,
you get your stamp
Exactly,
or your punch or whatever it was. Yeah.
So yeah, that was my first introduction to Fit4Lyfe as a whole.
Yeah.
And been there ever since.
Not really, actually. So after Fit4Lyfe, I was still doing that, kind of part-time here and there. And then I was like, okay, I need a change from spin classes. So another friend introduced me to Orange Theory, which I was there. So I was there for a total of like 2 different Orange Theories for about 6 or 7 years. And, I loved it. But after about 4 years in or so, I was like, I need a change. I was like, I don't know, but I hate change. So, and I don't even know how many conversations with Sandy about Fit4Lyfe when they opened up their actual gym in Pines. And, I did try out the first class and I was like, I love it, but I was like, I'm not ready to change. I don't want to leave Orange Theory. And then 2 years ago, obviously, life events usually kind of boom, boom, make the light bulb turn on. Went through a huge breakup and I was like, you know what? Something's got to change. Moved back to West Pines. Fit4Lyfe Pines was around the corner. And I made the switch, and I haven't looked back.
And here we are.
Looked back.
Were you original Orange Theory? You were probably like original, right? When they first opened?
Like probably a couple months or so after they started.
Yeah.
So I know like I started at the Plantation Studio, and I think they were like Studio 7 or 8. Like
that's crazy.
Ever. And now
I
they're all over the world.
because I remember all those days. Because I remember like all the racing, all of us all racing, and then us doing like the garage gyms and things like that. And I remember when like Orange Theory opened and stuff like that. And I remember you going there, and and the great thing about just the fitness community in general is that like everybody is always so supportive of everybody, no matter, regardless of like what you're doing, and where you're going and stuff like that. Because there's always that common factor, which is like the fitness and like hanging out and seeing each other at races and things like that, which is always like the cool thing.
Yeah, I thought Orange Theory was like a juice bar when I first saw it.
You know what?
I was like, what was that? When
Maybe
I
that could
first
be a
heard
new
about
venture.
it.
Just name it something orange. Something.
Juice bar.
Okay, so as the 2-time back-to-back Transformation Challenge champion, where do you find the motivation to be so successful in something like that?
I mean, I think at the end of the day, it really has to come from you, to come from within. Nobody else can do that. I mean, obviously, the support that we get here from the gym, from the coaches, from the friendships, the constantly, motivating each other, that helps. Yeah. Like, it helps tremendously, and I know that, like, even if I have, like, an off day or I may seem off in class, like, I get home and I'm walking the dog and there comes the text, from my group, like, is everything okay today? Like, are you okay? So I feel like there's always people looking out for you and supporting you. So it definitely is a family and a team effort. So, like I said, even though you have to motivate yourself, at the end of the day to go, but all of that support is like, it's unexplainable, and that definitely.
It's once you build those connections with people here in the class, and you see your people like on the regular,
right?
And most people have like their classes that they go to, whether it's the 5:15 or the 8:15 or the 5:45, and so you see the same people all the time.
Yeah.
So therefore, like, you build those connections, and if you're not in class, it's like, excuse me,
where are you?
I didn't see you today. Is today your rest day, or is tomorrow? What's the schedule like?
Yeah.
What happened? What's wrong with you?
And that's what happens. And then if coach says, "Oh, so and so is a no-show," then it's like, wait a minute.
Everybody's sending you the shame text message.
You don't even wait till the end of class. You're already texting while you're in class on the TRX, texting, "Excuse me, you're a no-show. Where are you?"
Right. FaceTime. Where you at?
It really does. It's cool. It's cool because like us as the coaches on the other side, like, we see it. We see the connections and the relationships building and stuff like that, which is really cool because. You need that. Yeah, you need that.
Definitely.
You really
100%. You need that.
I know I would not have been successful with the results that I've gotten so far without having this kind of community aspect. If it was just a regular 24-hour fitness, Planet Fitness,
it's
Orange Theory,
100%.
I wouldn't have that. I
agree.
So speaking directly with this challenge, what would you say were some of the struggles you faced, if any? Because you out here. Just
Kristi's a tough one because you're very structured, you're very routine, very.
I am,
and I can relate because I'm very similar in that way. Where it's like when you set your mind to something, like you're gonna do it, and you're gonna do it to the best that you can, and you're not gonna find like excuses. Of course, there's things I'm sure.
Yeah,
but even if there were like life events or anything that you missed, you're like, I really wanted to participate in that and couldn't because I was so committed to this. Anything.
I mean, it's weird because last year during the challenge, like I felt that way, like, oh my God, I just want this, or I want the glass of wine, but I'm not drinking. And then this challenge, I was like waiting for those things and those temptations to come in my mind, and I'm like, this is really weird. I'm like, I don't really want it that badly enough, and I didn't feel like I really struggled terribly.
Yeah.
So I guess part of me kind of felt that little bit of like guilt that I wasn't, or that I was doing so well. And, like Sandy said, I'm very structured. I'm a creature of routine. Ask me to do something out of my routine, and I'm like, no.
That's a struggle.
So, obviously that can be a curse sometimes too, but I mean, I can't really answer it.
That's awesome. That's good. Because I know I had a couple of struggles during the challenge. Nothing too many. I guess they were more mental than anything. Feeling like the number wasn't changing. But I guess that can also be eliminated by not knowing the number to begin with.
Right.
So I mean that's
where you're
that's
focusing
a possibility.
solely on your actions.
Yeah.
And knowing that your actions, like I always say, like your actions will always determine your results. Right. Always. And like if you're not getting the results that you want, you have to really look at what you're doing on a day-to-day basis to really determine, okay, what am I missing here? Like, what am I not doing, not following the plan or not following along that's not getting me to where I want to be?
Right.
Ultimately, that's what it is.
Is there anything that you plan to continue that you were doing during the challenge?
She's still in the challenge.
That was my next point. Like, I know you still count macros. Like,
yeah. So I am still counting. I'm still doing pretty much everything I did in the challenge. There are certain days, like for instance, Easter. I didn't count. I didn't. I was like, okay, this day is a break. I was still mindful. I didn't go, hog wild. We just got back from our trip, and I was like, you know what? This is the first trip I have taken in 23 months on a plane post-COVID.
Right.
I'm like, life is too short. I'm not counting, I'm not counting. I ate kind of what I wanted and had fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it guilt-free. We were in Nashville. I mean, everybody was drinking. Our group, we didn't drink by choice. I didn't want to, and I didn't feel that temptation. So I felt really strong, to be able to do that, and then, just enjoy the food there.
I'm glad you brought up the whole mindful thing, because I think that helps eliminate guilt or, by knowing like, okay, I know if I'm going to have this cheeseburger, you know, eliminating something else down the line, or like just, I know I'm not going to go overboard. I'm going to be able to enjoy this and be mindful that I'm enjoying this, but knowing that it can't go back to the old ways that I was eating, the way I was eating before.
Exactly.
So I think that helps eliminate I get to enjoy this and not feel any type of way about that. So
I think it comes into like when you're like counting your macros and you kind of understand how much you're supposed to eat, and when you get used to that over time and you're doing that over time, you actually see like, okay, like I can have a slice of pizza and still fit in everything in my day to make it work. And then therefore there is no guilt.
Exactly.
So you can enjoy food. Like I've had plenty of times where I'm like, you know what, I just want like trail mix and I just want like some of the chocolate chips, and it works, you know, because you have that and you fit it in, you shift your other day versus just completely indulging and then indulging later and indulging again, and that's where the problems happen.
And that's when that guilt comes in.
Oh yeah,
at the end of the day, you're like, oh god, I hate. Why did I do this?
Because then it's not that. Yeah, because then it's not just then it's like the next day, and then that next day turns into 3 and 4, and it's a cycle that ends up. But if you have no guilt, because there is no guilt, because you can enjoy just about everything, because there's no foods that are off limits.
Right.
You can eat anything you want. You just fit it in where you want to. I feel like I'm promoting macros, but I'm really not. I don't get paid to talk about macros.
I love macros. I'm in love with you.
But
it's been a game changer for me, I will say.
Me too. I thoroughly enjoy having
and I have to say, like even for somebody like me that was so like restricted, and I come from a very like compulsive, and especially with like the eating disorder and then competing, and everything was so restricted. Like it was like I couldn't venture out of anything. Like it was like chicken, broccoli, rice, sweet potato. Like I had my 5 foods that I was allowed to eat, and then the one, you know,
cauliflower rice,
right? And one. I don't even think I got that when I was competing, because it was like
lucky.
I don't know, right? And then you get like the one cheat meal. But now, you know, having that like variety, and also like with the macros, being able to eat almost twice as much as I ate before is like it's mind blowing, because you're eating more, but you're getting results, and you look better, and it's
feel better too, because like you wake up, you're not tired.
Yeah, it's like what the hell? Yeah,
full of energy.
You're better. Like you lift more, you recover quicker. There's so many different things. So yeah, that's my macro.
Do you have any advice for anyone looking to compete with you next year?
Next year. So every year I say I'm not doing these challenges, but you guys know me by now. I would say to come up with a plan and be true to yourself, and stick to that plan. Just stay committed and stay consistent. I don't do everything super well. Like I'm not the fastest runner, or I'm not like podium at races and things like that. But I feel my consistency has paid off. And I guess that would be my biggest advice. So commit to it and stay consistent. And also, something that I personally need to work better at, don't beat yourself up if you make a mistake.
Right.
Own up to it, realize that, okay, I messed up, but boom, we're getting right back on track. I'm not going to throw in the towel and say, oh, forget it.
It's right. It's not 75 hard. You don't go back to square one. Having it one off day doesn't, immediately put on back all the pounds that you've lost so far. So
exactly.
That's that correcting that mindset is for sure big.
Exactly. And I would say, ask for advice, like from people that have done it before and have been successful. I don't mind whoever wants to come to me and ask questions. I'm not the expert, but I'm an open book. Ask me.
You can sharing your experience is the biggest tool.
It's huge.
I mean, it makes all the difference, because at the end of the day, we're just regular people doing things and committing to things and challenges and things like this that change our lives.
Yeah.
And somebody else that's looking in, sometimes they see it as like, wow, like I couldn't do that, but not realizing that we're just regular folks.
Right.
Doing some pretty cool things.
Exactly.
Everyday people.
And, we all want to see each other be successful. I don't want to see you fail. It's like SB's ahead of me on burpees right now, but
I'm gonna trip you in the next class.
Don't worry. We're gonna get to them burpees.
Okay.
I told her yesterday, I was like, listen, I think it's pretty awesome that a woman's in the lead. That's all I gotta say. Actually, I think Derek's kind of like there too. I said a woman better win. That's all I gotta say.
That's right. Team girls here. Yeah. Team girls.
Listen,
right?
I'm all for it. I already know I'm out the loop. I'm out of running. Like I gave up on the dreams long ago. Maybe even 2 episodes ago. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then the following episode, I'm not gonna do it, but I'm still gonna donate. Like,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Listen, we're not even mid-month yet. You got plenty of time.
Oh boy,
I'm well aware of that. This is slow and steady. Trust the process, and you're like, what? I'm gonna get there. I saw the board day 5, day 6, and I was like,
it's out of control.
I'm like, how is this girl at like 700 burpees? That's over 100 burpees a day. This is mind-boggling. I don't understand how you get so many burpees done in a day, but I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you.
Right?
I don't know how you do
your
it.
burpees.
I'll keep doing that.
You really are a strong competitor. I mean, I will give you that, because so not only do you work out at Fit4Lyfe, you also have a Peloton that you ride the hell out of. Like, and then you I've been on a couple of 5K journeys with you. Well, we've started together. Like, and I remember he's like, oh no, yeah, I'm gonna walk this one with Anthony. And then I was like, as I'm doing my pace walking and jogging, and she's doing her speed walking thing, and Kristi is miles ahead of me. Right?
You're like,
I thought we were doing this together. Like, wait. She's like, I'll be right up here. Don't worry.
Walking queen. Right?
Get ready for another one coming up on April 25th.
I know. I'm a little faster now, so I might be able to keep up with you.
You might smoke me.
But you got to speed walk. Like, you can't run. You can't.
I'll speed walk.
That's the only way I'm gonna keep up with you, because I'm basing it off of the baseline data that I had with your speed walking pace. Like, I can't compete with anything more than that. Don't throw in any curveballs, Kristi. We remember, you don't like change. Remember?
I don't like change. I don't.
Just speed walk. That's it.
And I was like, she took off, but I'm grateful, because like she would walk and she'd get like a quarter of a mile and then look back and make sure I'm still going. Like, he's
make
good.
Sure he's okay.
Right, yep. And then back to her speed walking. And I remember in my head, I'm like, all right, if I sprint for like 15, 20 seconds, I gotta close the gap between her and I. And I would do it, and I walk for 3 seconds and then get back to a little jog. And I look, and she stopped, look back, and then she's even further away. I'm like,
damn it! I gotta start running now.
You know what? Okay, so when she turns around and starts coming back this way, I'm just gonna turn around with her.
Yeah, right? Let me tell you, that speed walking is hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard. And it's like a major sport, too. The other day, I just happened to see it on TV, and I was like, look at these speed walkers. It's very,
and
it's all in the walk.
Yeah.
It's all in the walk.
Style. Like, your stride is forever long, and your arms
Yes. But it's good. You know what? Honestly, I've enjoyed, because I've been walking like crazy the past, now. Like,
75 miles.
Exactly. for like ever now. But I'm truly like enjoying it. And honestly, like I was telling people that I feel like I'm getting better results from walking versus running. Yeah. Because, the difference is obviously running when you're at it's a higher intensity, obviously, and you're burning calories, but you're also like eating away at your muscle that you have. And so if it's not in line with eating and macros and all this stuff, like it could be damaging to your overall results. And walking is less intense on your body, burns less calories, but you're still active, and especially when you're speed walking, Exactly. So I'm enjoying it. I like it.
Kristi, how often do you work out?
So I work out
like running, Peloton, Fit4Lyfe, everything.
Yeah, I have to like force myself to take rest days. I would say on average 5 to 6 days a week. I try to take one day where I'm just resting. I mean, it's not really resting, but like actively
active recovery,
non-Fit4Lyfe, non-Peloton, where I'm just walking the dog, cleaning the house. Yes, Bruno, whatever other project I decide to get into. But
I see them days where Kristi, you just see a picture of Kristi's feet right in front of the pool.
Right? Yeah. So she does relax.
I do take those moments. I do. I think that's very important.
Which I'm sure is hard.
Self-care. It's hard. Yeah. It is hard.
Because it's hard for me to do it, so I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's hard for me to sit still for sure, but I force myself to do it, and I actually enjoy it once I actually get my mindset that I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's good though. Recovery is good, especially like active recovery. I'm an active recovery person. Yeah. I'm definitely not a just veg like on the couch and be like, not gonna do anything.
I haven't done that in quite some time. Like actually just sit down and just. I'm not doing shit today. Like, I might not even shower.
I don't think I've ever done that. Like, ever.
I don't think I've ever, and people will ask me too, like, do you believe in rest days? And I'm like, well, it depends on your level of fitness, what it comes down to. Like, if you're a beginner, absolutely. Take a rest day, take your time off, recover, so that you can continue on. But, like, if you're as active as Kristi is, like, active recovery is the best day. You're still walking, you're still doing things, you're still being active because your body's still moving. Like, I think that's important. And listening to your body, of course.
Definitely.
I was taken out, was it last Monday? When we had that 100 rep challenge.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you were out.
Yeah,
I was checking on you, Anthony. You all right?
Yeah, I was dying. Like, Monday, okay, fine. Tuesday, super sore. I can deal with this. And then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I was like, I can't move. I can't walk.
That was rough.
This is bad. I was like, it was the 200 calf raises. I was like, and I was like, okay. My body was like,
no more.
No,
I might want to have a seat for this one. Because,
You may even want to take a bath.
and Epsom salt. 3 days in a row, I felt dry. And
like a raisin.
Skin was cracking. It was gross. I don't like this.
I had to force myself to take an Epsom salt bath twice when I did the 75 miles or whatever, because I was like, listen, I guess I need to do something. I'm like, I don't know. Am I supposed to? Like, I don't know. I was scared because I was like, the first day I was like, this is a really stupid idea. I was like, I don't think I really want to do all these miles.
Right.
And then so that night I was like, maybe I should just take an Epsom salt bath. I don't know what you're supposed to do when you do these things.
And for the record, I hate baths. Like, I don't like being bare ass in the tub. Like, I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it either. Like, I had mentioned to you before, like, I take a shower and then take a bath because I don't know about sitting in the bathtub. Like, it's just kind of
gross, bro.
It's like being in like the hot tub. I don't know about that.
It's like I know my tub is clean, but like, I can't help but think it feels slimy. Like, I don't like it, bro. I don't like it. Like, I got privates touching public, and I don't like it. Like,
yeah. Pretty much. So no baths. I mean, but you were forced to. You were like desperate.
I was like, and then I don't fit in the tub, right? So like the part of me that's outside of the water is freezing cold, while the rest of me is stewing and marinating in salt water.
And I never understand the whole bath situation, because I'm like, yeah, half of your body's like out, right? How are you supposed to like hold like a book if you're reading?
I know. I don't get it.
It's not set up for success.
This conversation turned rapidly.
Team no baths. Team shower over here.
Like, sometimes I see, like Instagram stories and people have like the nice little like setups, and I'm like, how do you do that? Like, do you prop like your book up? Like, how do you turn the pages if your hands are wet?
Right. What do I do with my hands? I don't get it.
Oh my god, I can't. Yeah. I try. I try.
Someone needs to create an Epsom salt shower. Like, solve all our problems. Right.
Or something. Yeah, something like a tube you just stand in, and then it fills up and it drains. And then I don't know.
I might still be grossed out by that.
I don't know, but yeah, I don't understand. And the tubs are never large enough. Never. Like, regardless. Like, my kids.
Who you telling?
my kids have the standard tub, and I like to be in there because it has like the curtain. I'm not like exposed to like the outside. And then we have a really nice like jacuzzi, but it's exposed. Like, so I'm freezing.
I don't like this. I don't like it.
I'm like, what's the point? I don't get it. You're either really cold or really hot.
Yeah. I have the sliding glass doors.
Yeah.
And it's terrible, especially when you're
doing.
when my calves are hurting and I'm trying to get out the tub. I'm like, oh my god. I've seen this on 1,000 Ways to Die. Like, it has to be.
How do you get out?
You don't. Like, you just gotta roll out the side.
Oh my god. That is good. So recovery baths are not really a thing. Only forced. I told you to stick your legs in the pool.
Did you?
I did. I was like,
I didn't read that text message.
I'm like, just stick your legs in the pool because it's freezing cold, that water.
Yeah.
So I was like, just stick your legs, ice bath.
Is that good?
Yeah, it is good for you. Especially when you have like super sore.
I don't know what I hate more, like sitting bare ass in the tub or a cold shower. Like,
cold showers are not happening.
Oh
no,
thank you.
So Kristi,
back on track.
Yeah. Focus. What are your current eating habits?
So my current eating habits, I mean, my macros?
Yeah, like what's your? I mean, I know you're not like dieting, but like you know, what
are you like do you eat like 4, 5, 6 meals a day? Do you do like the snacks? Do you do like the
usually like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then like 2 to 3, probably like 3 snacks. So like I'm always eating.
Yeah,
same.
That's good.
I'm always eating. So yeah, breakfast, it could be like oatmeal. It could be whole grain waffles with some Greek yogurt and fruit.
Let me stop you right there.
Eggs, yeah.
Speaking on oatmeal, what happened to your oatmeal today?
Can
we please talk about that?
Right. So it's quick oats, okay? And quick oats never cook in the time that they say they're gonna take. They always take longer. And then for some reason, I think I should be a science experiment project. Almond milk takes longer for it to cook. So I put it in for 2 minutes, and it still wasn't like done to the way I liked it. So I was like, all right, another 40 seconds. And then I was doing something, I don't even know. And then the next thing I know, I'm like, oh, whoops.
Oats.
It boiled over. So then,
I hate that.
And I wasn't like at home, it's at work, and there's only like 3 of us there, so I'm sure it was super clean. So, but I couldn't really, scrape it up with a spoon. I decided not to do that.
I hate that. That's happened to me, and I'm like, damn it, how much did I lose?
Yes,
like,
I know.
Especially if you're like counting,
I
like you're counting your macros, and every meal counts, and all that stuff.
Every bite counts.
Like,
it's a little
real.
upsetting, because I'm like, how many calories did I lose?
I'm like, I still tracked it, but hey, I have room for like an extra coffee or something.
Which is way better than the oats, trust me.
Coffee is life. I love coffee.
For real. Like, I'm drinking water right now, but first stop after here,
Heck
caffeine.
Yeah,
caffeine.
all of the coffee.
By all means.
So then, what's like a typical lunch look like?
So a typical lunch would be from the Sandy Tachi Kitchen meal delivery service. So I will say, so I'll backtrack a little bit. So I'm the type of person, I like to do things on my own. I don't like to ask for help. I will put together like big, huge ass stuff before I ask for help. Sometimes I get into trouble, sometimes I don't. So I was like, okay, something needs to give. Like I work full time, the kids, like I'm busy, and I was like, I've done meal delivery service before, but I didn't want 2 meals a day, and I didn't want them to deliver me like 1 lunch a day, but then they all come at once. So then I've been asked to say, are you taking on new clients? So then finally, when Sandy told me she was taking on new clients, I was like, yeah, I went with that, and it has been amazing. So my lunches are Sandy lunches, and I have not.
And she eats the cauliflower rice I put in there.
Oh, I do.
I mean, I would eat the cauliflower rice that she makes too. Not the one that I make.
It. Yeah, I have one tonight that I'm making, so the verdict will be out. I probably won't enjoy it.
I'm telling you right now, just don't even have her come over and show you how to make it.
Exactly. I should have brought it with me here. I'm
trouble.
gonna pick it up later. So those are my typical lunches. On a weekend, I try to prepare my lunches still. So it might be like some Tyson blackened chicken strips in my air fryer, which I am obsessed with. My Ninja Foodie. That thing is so
the best thing
ever.
On like a low carb wrap, if I'm on the go, I pack it with me, or it might be something from Panera that I know I can track and that's healthy. Or I have my go-to Chipotle meal, which is, I don't really want to say that's a cheat, because it's not really a cheat, just high in sodium, so I'm just kind of conscious of that. But that's usually my typical
I love
lunch.
Panera bread. I just wish I didn't have to open up a line of credit to eat there.
That is true.
So we used to eat there.
Rich.
Yeah.
We used to eat there often, and the kids would love like their soup bowls.
Oh,
I'm like, just get the soup bowl so I can have some too.
Yes.
Yes.
You can just feed me their mac and cheese, and I'd be happy.
Oh, the kids love. Yeah, listen, don't even.
That would be the only thing I could eat today if I eat there. Let me get 2 large orders of mac and cheese. What you want?
Right? That's it.
That's all I need.
And what about guilty pleasures?
Ooh, guilty pleasures.
Even if you don't indulge in them as often as you were, but what's like your when I'm gonna go have a snack,
this is what I want.
Right.
Ooh, so it would probably have to be my favorite cake in the world, which hands down is still Publix vanilla cake with buttercream icing. No matter where I've had cake
We're like
from.
2 of the same people right now.
Still my favorite extra icing.
You talking my love language. Go ahead, keep talking. I'm listening.
Or a good cupcake. If it's non-dessert.
So you're a sweets person. You're sweets over salty?
Oh, yeah. I will take the cake over the chips.
Me too.
Like, I can leave the chips.
Long.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely sweet. If it's like a non-dessert food item, probably pizza. Yeah, pizza.
We're going to get to these questions. This seems like a perfect time to jump into it. I don't have any other questions for you, but I don't know, Coach, do you have anything else for her?
One thing I want to know is, what is your biggest like accomplishment fitness wise? Like, because okay, so Kristi is
an easy one,
the queen of races.
Yes.
Okay, Kristi is the queen of races.
I believe it.
And if you don't know, Kristi has been known to like back-to-back races, weekend races, fly to one place to fly back all in the same weekend. And to go to one time zone, to do a race there, to come back the same day and do it in a different time zone. Kristi is the queen of races.
True.
Are you serious? Like
Yes.
Yes.
Kristi is the queen.
It is
yes.
true.
That's
I mean,
when we met Kristi. That's what.
Oh yeah, I was always racing.
Always.
Like,
Every
my
weekend.
weekends were not spent in the gym; they were spent at races. I've done, Spartan Race Hawaii trifecta,
Which is Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Hawaii.
I think one year I got 9 Spartan trifectas that year. Don't always follow my example because I'm not saying those didn't come with injuries
Right.
because I didn't rest.
But what is for those that don't know?
Yes.
Like, so it's
I
9 times 3 races.
Yes,
So it's
27.
27. So
Just of Spartans.
A sprint.
Just a Spartan.
Yeah, so
in 1 year.
sprint distance, super distance, beast distance. That counts as one trifecta. Those
Right.
3 distances.
So she's the queen of races.
Yeah.
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 If you got any photos to share from these, because I
Are
feel
your
like
medals
the
up
people
and
need
stuff
to.
like that?
In my garage, I finally hung them during the pandemic. I needed a pandemic project, so
Yeah.
my medal holders that I had for years,
Yeah.
Put
I
them to
put them
use.
up, and I think I have like 3 medal holders, but then I still have medals in a bucket, and
Yeah.
then I also donated, medals to an organization that, kind of gives them out.
Yeah.
But
But that's not it.
Yeah,
But yeah, so I
there's
guess
more.
my biggest fitness accomplishment is hands down my half Ironman that I did in 2016. It scared me to death. The training was hard, but I finished. And the swim, even though I can swim and I'm comfortable in the water, as far as like swimming for a race or competition, I am horrible at. I am not good. So if I were ever to do it again, I say never again, but
Until we all say we're doing it. And Kristi's like,
I'm in.
okay,
Right.
I would definitely need a swim coach. But once I got past that swim, I didn't drown. I made it back to shore. I knew that this was in the cards and that I was going to finish. And I get emotional thinking about it because I did it. And that was definitely my biggest fitness accomplishment.
where was that race at?
In Haines City, Florida. So a
Okay.
couple hours north of here. I picked it because it was local to Florida. I was like, I'm not transporting my bike. I don't even know how to do that, or they might lose it or break it. And it was a lake swim, not an ocean swim. So that was huge. So, and it was a beautiful race, an amazing course, and I loved it.
You're doing Goliath Gauntlet, correct?
I am doing Goliath Gauntlet, and
we
funny.
gonna be doing Goliath Gauntlet
Yeah. Are
together.
you guys doing it together?
We are.
I mean, we are now. Like,
yeah, we
right?
are.
I'm gonna get one of those those leashes that they put on people's kids, so she can
Or
bring me with her.
ones
Like,
they use for the dogs to run with.
Yeah, you guys are going to be attached together.
yeah, she's not
She's
leaving me
going to be
behind
like,
this
Anthony,
time.
let's go.
I am. It's funny you brought that up because that Facebook memory from 2 years ago at Goliath just popped up today.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
That's
Solid.
cool.
I got
Fun
6
little
months to
reminder.
get my speed up together so I'd be able to
Yeah,
keep
you
up
and me
with
both.
her.
You're good. You're good. You've gained
It'll
a lot
be
of
fun.
speed.
Yeah, but
Since-
but it's the endurance at that speed that I got to build up because
Yeah.
So,
You'll be
and,
good. You'll be good.
I'm going to put a little plug in now for anyone thinking about joining or scared of joining. You guys should join
Yeah, I know.
Goliath. It's an
Thanks.
amazing race. It's local, an amazing organization.
Yeah, agree.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Super fun. So
It's
I'm
always
looking
it's
forward
like
to it.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like in our backyard.
Yeah.
That why not do it?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Even if you just walk the whole
Yeah.
thing, just do it with the team. Just
I'm doing
having
it for fun.
Right, having that experience and having this type of team event is huge. Like
Yeah.
it's just it gives you so much power and so
Yeah.
much like oomph. Like you're like, oh my god, I can
Exactly.
conquer anything.
Exactly.
You know? You may be signing up for a half Ironman after that race.
Hey, listen, I'm
Never
It
say
gives you
never.
it's that feeling
Yes.
that sense of like accomplishment after is just so cool.
It is. It
It's
is.
really cool.
We were talking. I don't know if we mentioned it on the podcast or if it was like before or after the conversation with Jason, but we were like, okay, we're gonna jump into a live podcast immediately after the race. So I have this
That would
table
be-
set up right
that'd be
outside.
great.
Yeah.
And get everybody's
Yeah.
feedback and all the
Yeah.
oh yeah,
And
that
have
would
it
be
like be like an ESPN type coverage,
Right?
you know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
That'd be really,
I think
really
that'd be
cool.
really cool.
I think it would be dope. I would definitely
Let's
be
do it.
interested in doing that.
yeah, for sure.
6 months, just over 6 months to get ready for that.
Is it?
Yeah, it's October 30th.
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
gonna be cold.
Which I taught. Yeah.
Maybe
The water, I mean,
It should
the
water
be.
may be cold.
Yeah, it should be, and hopefully they continue to do the water stuff because I know
hope
that was
so.
kind of like they don't know yet because of everything going on, so they're
Yeah.
not sure if they were gonna pull like some of the water stuff so that way everybody's not going in the water. But we'll see. And I told Coach Jason, I'm like, listen, May 1st, can we put together like an OCR thing or whatever to get everybody kind of like, once a week we do a training, and every month hopefully we'll focus on different things like grip training, climbing, flipping,
what do you
things
mean
like
by
that.
Flipping? Like
not people.
Flipping.
Like the tire.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I was like, what?
Yeah. No, the tire, just understanding the proper form, to do things. Because, like in classes, sometimes you're rushed because it's like, boom, 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 let's go. We're on time, things like that. Like, get under it. And it's hard for a coach to really direct, especially beginners. And not saying, like, we have plenty of experience and elite people that have done races before and things like that, but also we have a lot of people that have never done any of these races.
Right.
So, and also like flipping a tire, it's like, do you really know the proper form, if you were to just kind of go there and do it. Sometimes we don't. We just kind of lift with our back and not realizing it's more of your legs and your grip and things like that.
So I watched the video that you recorded of Coach Derek and I flipping the tire.
Yes.
And like, when he would flip it, it would just fall flat. It would be perfect. But when I would flip it, that thing was doing
which is not supposed to.
Yeah.
Right, you're supposed to flip it, and then it's supposed to go all together, like
flat.
Yeah, straight down. When it starts moving like that, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta catch it. I'm like, where's it going?
That's what Derek would do. Derek would stop it.
I'm like, leave it. But yeah, so we're gonna focus on every month doing like a different area. Like I said, grip training, because that's huge.
Yeah.
Just for people to be able to grab like the monkey bars or things like that, or be able to do hangs. So grip training and climbing, and now we have the net up and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know.
I mean, like the net, I'm not scared of, but like when you had that rope. Just that single rope, I was like, it immediately took me back to middle school, and I was like, I don't want to do this.
But again, like understanding, I think once you understand the proper form, you're more comfortable doing it. Because sometimes when you look at things, you're like, oof, like I don't know, like I don't even know what am I supposed to grab? Like how am I supposed to do this? So understanding kind of a little bit technique makes all the difference too.
Right on. Kristi, I do have more questions for you.
Of course.
If you could be on any TV show, what TV show would that be?
Oh gosh, that's a hard question. Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. She made a comment earlier, and I'll tell you after she says what show she would be on.
Now I'm gonna have to think, and my brain sometimes.
Don't worry, I'm here all day.
Overthinks. I'm a classic overthinker. I would say probably like Law and Order, because I like those type of shows, or some kind of cop crime TV show. So I guess that would be my pick.
I was gonna say Amazing Race.
I wanted to be on that.
Me too.
Oh my god,
Me
we would make a good team.
I think so.
That would be another one. Yeah. Oh no, wait! Can I take my answer back?
Absolutely.
Okay. So a TV show I actually really did always want to be on when I was little was Supermarket Sweep.
Yeah, I love that. Me too. I love that show.
Supermarket Sweep.
You may get your opportunity.
That and The Price is Right.
I've always wanted to spin that damn wheel.
I want Supermarket Sweep. I used to watch that and I was like, I could do so good at that. And then I used to wonder how the packages of meat were like $50. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
I know. It doesn't add up.
I'm like, what supermarket are they in?
I used to just push the cart and just.
I used to think about. I would be the one thinking about those things. Like, wait a minute, how much is that box of cereal? Instead of just thinking about like all the. And then I'm like, no, go for this item. Don't do that one.
I can picture you being on The Price is Right when they put up all the different items. Like, is this more or less than $5 or whatever? When they have the different items, right? Sadie's like, $8.75.
That
$1.
And then when Amazing Race came out, oh man, I wanted to be on that so bad, but here we are. Although every day is an amazing race in my life.
To the light and back.
Damn it, again.
Running with these student athletes again, like oh the fuck. And actually, a show that I've always wanted to be on was Big Brother. I don't know if you watched that.
Yes, Jason loves Big Brother.
That
Jason
show.
has always wanted to be on Survivor. He's one, and I could see him 100% taking down Survivor because he is. Yeah, I could totally see him doing that.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay,
Big Brother, yes.
Big Brother, I would love to be on. Okay, so you've seen the episode with Coach Jason and the one with Beth. Mm-hmm. So I did the this or that food edition.
Yes, I do know.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. So if you folks don't know, I present a couple options, and they have to choose one or the other. No time to think, and I know you're an overthinker. You just gotta
ready, prepare.
All right, Doritos, nacho or Cool Ranch?
Nacho.
Okay. Tacos, hard shell or soft?
Soft shell.
Soft shell. She's ready. She's like, I'm not ready.
You told her not to think about it. Listen. You tell Kristi something, she's going to do it.
I'm on it.
Pizza or nachos?
Pizza.
My girl. Wings or burgers?
Burgers.
My girl. Now, if you were to eat wings, flats or drums?
Drums.
Okay, we can go out and eat wings. I like flats, but it's cool. Now, with those wings, you want it with ranch or blue cheese?
Oh, blue cheese. Definitely, yeah.
Wrong, but it's okay. It's fine. You're both wrong. It's
We
fine.
win.
It's
We
fine.
win. This is twice
Actually,
now.
I picked both, but that's not a choice. So.
See, even like going against the rules, she reminds you that she knows the rule. Now, we're speaking of pizza, pineapple, yes or no?
Oh yes.
Fuck yes.
Yes. With ham and pineapple.
And I already know ham and pineapple. Yeah, it's not a Hawaiian.
Yeah.
It's not.
Exactly.
And then you already answered this one, but ice cream or cake?
Cake.
All the way.
Cake.
Publix. Has to be Publix.
And from Publix.
Now I'm
Oh
gonna
my
want some
gosh.
cake outside of that macro box tonight.
Publix
All
cake.
because of you guys.
You know, I wonder what Publix cake. Do you even know what the calorie count is on that? I don't even know.
No,
what it
that's
is.
one of
I've
those that
never-
I'm like, don't tell me, don't
'Cause I don't
post
wanna
it
know.
there,
Right,
tear it
don't-
off. I don't want to
don't
know.
ruin it.
I don't
Sometimes,
want to know.
when they started doing like putting the
Oh,
macros
I
on
know.
food at
Menus.
restaurants, I'm like, why do you do that? You just ruined my
know.
entire meal. Like, I don't want to know that salad has like 2,000 calories. Like, I really don't want to know that.
Really? Because I was going out to eat. Like,
I
I
feel
need
the same
to know.
way. I'm like, take it away.
Yeah,
Give me the
I don't
alternate menu.
I don't like that.
I don't
but
like
yeah,
it
I've always
either.
wondered about the Publix cake, just out of curiosity. I'm still gonna eat it.
I know.
But I'm more of like the icing person.
Oh,
like,
me. I'll take the whole tub of,
Yes.
give me a tub of icing.
I'm the icing.
Oh, it
not
has
the
to
cake.
have the lot,
You can have
like
the cake.
I'll
Yeah,
take
give me the cake because the icing.
good.
When,
Oh, no,
like, if
I'll
there's
take
too much
your
icing.
Oh, no.
Oh no, I'll take the piece of cake, the one that has like the extra flour on it, so I get that extra icing.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
See, I don't like fondant cakes. Or
No,
whatever the hell
those
it
I
is.
don't like.
Yeah.
Those are weird. I never understood
No.
those.
What is this?
That's
Sweet
not.
Play-Doh you put on my cake.
That's
No.
weird.
Exactly.
Miss me with
And
that.
it does taste like
And you're
Play-Doh.
chewing it. It doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
It's like there forever.
No, buttercream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so when it
Now
comes
I really
to
want
buttercream,
cake.
for whatever reason, red buttercream tastes disgusting to me.
It does.
I thought I was
it's
the only
not
one
just
that-
It's probably that red 40
The-
dye that my dad wouldn't let me eat
The
as
dye.
a kid or whatever
I think it's
that
the
dye
dye.
It
is.
has to be because when people are like, "Oh, it tastes like buttercream,"
No.
like your mouth is lying to you.
No, it tastes different.
Yeah. Okay.
It
That was the only
tastes
one.
completely
Red
different.
and I think blue. I don't.
Yeah,
the
blue.
Green was fine because that
Yeah.
carrot cake fire from Publix too. I don't know if you know.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It's
fine.
good.
Yeah.
It is good.
Okay, folks, we have to wrap this up because I got to go put food in my belly.
Right.
I'm
And
gonna
coffee, and we
yeah.
gotta
I
go.
know.
Start
Probably should
at
get back to
Publix.
work.
I mean Publix. Start at Dunkin', then go to Publix.
Right? All right, guys.
All right, folks. So let's smile for the photo.
I know that. Peace.
That worked. I love it. All right, guys. Be safe, be fit, and be kind to one another.
We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Bye.